Hello, how's everyone doing? So, today I wanted to speak about authenticity and how most of the world is just so afraid of being themselves. They are so afraid of being judged by a bunch of assholes that are around them, that are constantly judging each other, who are themselves very afraid to be themselves, to show who they actually are, to like what they actually like, and they judge others who are trying to be authentic. You may think that I am accusing you of not being authentic, that you actually do what you like, that you express yourself as you want, but you may be subconsciously being not authentic. And I'll tell you through examples. Say you really like hiking, but you don't tell your friends that you like hiking because they are judgmental towards people who hike or people who indulge in activities that improve their life. Instead, they like going clubbing. So you join them in their clubbing activities when you yourself do not care about clubbing. You don't like it. You don't like the environment. You don't like the energy. You feel very depressed around it. You feel like people are fake dancing, whatever bullshit. So you don't want to go clubbing, but you still go because your friends think it's very cool to be at a club and you don't go do that hike that you always wanted to do. This is what I'm talking about. You are not doing things, you are not indulging in things that you really want to do if you were not around these kind of people who think something else is cooler, who think owning a very expensive bag is way cooler than just having a normal bag. Say a bag is just there to carry things, but a lot of people just put so much value in the branding of the bag that they judge everybody who doesn't own the same bag of the same value or something of an expensive brand. Another example that I'm getting is a lot of people travel for Instagram. They travel so that they can get a picture of a certain place and say that I have been here. Look, I'm so cool. I am now acceptable in the society. But they don't go there just to enjoy the place, just because they really wanted to go. You went to Santorini because you wanted a picture in that sunset. You just wanted to be you just wanted to be included. You just wanted to feel included in that rich club, the rich girls club, the influencers club. That's why you went there. But deep down, you really wanted to explore, say, Kazakhstan, or you really wanted to explore Canada, or you really wanted to explore maybe even your own neighborhood. See, people can like just about anything, but you do things because somebody else is doing it, because somebody else made it popular, because somebody else put a picture on Instagram. You saw a video on YouTube that's saying that this is the ultimate destination to be at. And if you are not there, you have this fear of missing out. This is what I'm talking about. You have to be absolutely authentic when it comes to traveling, when it comes to what you like, what you dislike, what you wear, what you think, how you think. I've also noticed that a lot of people's mentality, the opinions that they have, the personality that they have is imitated from somebody else's. Say somebody supports a political party because of certain reasons. Instead of looking at their own choices, their own reasoning, doing their own research, people just blindly follow that. If this person is following this particular party, if a particular person is following this particular political party, then it must be right. So they just blindly follow that trend. If somebody is voting for hatred, let me also do it because this is what I stand for. So their thoughts are also not original. And this could be dangerous in so many ways because you don't know who you even are. It starts from like copying stupid things like bags and traveling and what you watch. And it also starts affecting how you think. And once you let it affect how you think, you no longer know who you are. And this is very important. In order to get back to who you really are, and this is a very powerful statement, in order to get back to who you truly are, you have to get back to practicing what you really like. what you really like, how you really think. And it's a slow process if you are very far out where you think what other people are thinking. You are very far out. You have to start coming back to your originality, who you actually are. Takes time, but once you are who you are, nothing will affect you. You will become indestructible. This is a very important point. A lot of people also watch television shows, Netflix shows that somebody else has popularized. Say Game of Thrones, say Love Island. Even though you are somebody who do not like explicitives, definitely pronouncing it wrong. You don't like just seeing bodies, okay? You don't like seeing bodies. You want to see real content. But the content out there, most of the content, which pisses me off, that they include all those nude scenes. Why do you have to add nude scenes? Why do you have to add sex scenes? Work with your story, bro. Write better. Why do you have to include those things? Anyways, so a lot of people watch Game of Thrones, GOT, and popularize it. And now, if you don't watch it, you will be called as somebody who is not following the footsteps of the society, who is not cool enough, who's not will not be accepted. Say you have this fear of ostracization if you don't do what society is doing. You are so afraid to say that you really just like Friends. You just like a show that is around family values. Say you like Full House. Say it. What's wrong in liking Full House? That's thousand times better than Love Island or GOT or whatever. I'm not here to put my opinions out there, but do you like something because somebody else has popularized it? Or do you like something? Do you watch something? Do you go somewhere because you wanted to be there, because you wanted to watch it, because it brought you happiness? That's what I'm talking about. A lot of people are afraid to be authentic because they have this fear of judgment, fear of being excluded from a certain group, from a certain society, and to be seen as somebody that they're actually not. Say, for I said example. For example, you are somebody who doesn't like luxury bags. So I'm just giving my example. I don't like luxury bags. And there's always that woman who would come at you and say, you don't have this certain brand of bag. I have this. They'll put it in their hand. They'll, uh, they'll they'll find every chance to berate you just for that one bag. While you are somebody that just got the bag off of Amazon or Shein or wherever or at your local market or Walmart, who cares? It's just a bag. For you, it's just a bag, but you don't want to appear with that bag just because somebody has called this low grade and you are afraid of judgment and being excluded from a certain group or being made fun of. That's what is keeping you away from being authentic. Just putting a disclaimer out there, if you like luxury bags because you genuinely love carrying those, then it's absolutely okay for you to carry those. If you really like traveling to Santorini, Italy, Europe, whatever, because you wanted to do it, go do it. It's okay. It's your life. It's your life. If you love it, go do it. But if you're doing because a certain influencer put it out there, then you need help. A lot of people imitate others, go after luxury brands and stuff, is because they want to be accepted in that society. They don't want somebody to look down on them. And they think once you own that luxury item, that the item will improve their value in society's eyes. But what actually increases your value is who you are as a person, is who you are as a soul. Are you kind enough? Are you generous enough? Are you there to help somebody when they need it? Or are you there to kick at somebody's face when they're down? That's what gives you value. Even if even if people do not like you for being authentic, they deep down really, really value somebody who's authentic, because it takes a lot of courage to be who you are in today's world where everything is fake, where everything is just for the image value, just for the show. It's very, very powerful to be authentic, to be your own self, because people do not let somebody like that, especially judgmental people, the low self-esteemed people, the shouldn't say that, but lower grade of people who have their mentality in their knees, who think that only a luxury item will improve their price in people's eyes and not their own value. In a way, they are devaluing themselves. They're saying that their personality is not enough, so they need to carry an expensive bag to, have something in the society, in to look like something in society. But you don't need any of those things. And these kind of people especially target people who are authentic, who are just being who they are, who are just watching what they want. Now, let me tell you something. Authenticity is a superpower. People who dare to be authentic, who are who they say who are who they say they are actually very powerful. They dare to stand in the face of 1,000 fake people. There are so many of fake imitations around us who want to be accepted in the society, who are hiding their low self-esteem behind a Birkin bag, behind a luxurious car. They are nothing without those things. It is you who sees your value within yourself and not in those luxury items, not in following that stupid crowd. You are, who you say you are. And that's very powerful. People, those kind of people will throw a lot of stones at you because they're jealous that you are being yourself. You have the power to be authentic, and they are being cowards who are hiding behind these brands or these fake things to appear a certain way because they are afraid to be judged. They are afraid to be judged by the society that they're very much part of. You see the irony there? So continue to be authentic. If people are hating on you, if people are judging you a lot based on who you are in the wrong crowd. Simple as that. If somebody is calling you poor just because you don't travel a lot, they have a mentality down there. Okay. And you are not traveling because you choose not to travel. You don't like traveling. You don't like the hassle of traveling. And somebody else is calling you something else because that's their mentality, that's their projection. So, all this scenario is telling you is get away from somebody like that who thinks like that and go towards somebody, befriend somebody who thinks better, who has a better wisdom, who can guide you towards better things, who is an equal friend. Lot of judgment also comes from not following the norms of the society. For example, you want to follow a certain career and your parents, your extended family, your friend group does not approve of it. When this career gives you absolute happiness, absolute joy, say you like writing a lot, but writing does not give a lot of money. So your family is clearly discouraging you from pursuing writing, but you love it. You love it. It gives you this very like innate happiness that nothing else gives you. That other job that was paying you a lot of money does not give you. Here you are being authentic to who you are as a person and pursuing what you really like. And it takes a lot of courage in the face of your family, the societal norms, to go against that wave and do who you want and do what you, my God, that sounded so bad, and do what you really want to do. Also, it's really difficult to go against those societal values, those generational values. It's so difficult to break because there is a whole family, whole generation opposing to it. One last advice before I close this video. If you want to find the right crowd, the right set of friends, the right set of people who encourage you, are there for you when you need them, is by being authentic, by being completely yourself. And you'll find this tribe once you start practicing the things that you really like. Once you start watching that show that you really like, once you start traveling to places that you really like, once you start pursuing that career that you really wanted to pursue, that's where you'll meet your tribe. That's where you'll meet your community, people who understand you. And that's where you'll realize that you were not wrong for following your heart. That's where you'll find the courage that you have been a leader all along, that you are the courageous one. You are the one with the high self-esteem. That's what I wanted to convey. Authenticity is a superpower, and you shouldn't be afraid of it. Express yourself shamelessly, and whatever you are, express it out. Wear the clothes that you really wanted to wear. Do the hair as you really wanted to do your hair. Pursue that career that you really wanted to pursue. Pursue that person that you really wanted to pursue. Stay authentic to who you are, and you will attract your dream life. That's all I wanted to say in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll come back with another video. Bye bye.